What's up guys, Rick with RallySport Direct here, and in my hands I've got the brand new V3 air oil separator from IAG. This is a much improved unit over the V2. If you guys want to check out more, I did a video specifically on this, going into detail, go check that out. But today we're going to be installing this on an 08 STI. I should mention this is a pre-production unit, so with that said, it doesn't include instructions. I'm assuming that it's going to be pretty much the same as the previous version there, but for that reason I'm not going to do a detailed installation video. We're going to kind of cover just the highlights here, but I'm super stoked to get this installed. Let's go. Here along with you guys. So obviously take off the crossover pipe, unbolt the bypass valve, remove the intercooler, pretty easy. That's your PCV valves or hoses on the front side of the heads, the smaller ports. And we got to go to the main crank there. Remove the throttle body, don't disconnect anything, take off the PCV line. And then included in the kit is the new line. You'll notice it because it actually has like the little one-way valve on it, one-way check valve. Go ahead and put that in. And then that's the new main crank breather. It's got a little Y pipe on it, tightening back up the throttle body. Now we're disconnecting the harness, the main engine harness. That's just gonna make room. Comes with a new clip, pop that in. Then you kind of just bolt that down. I bolted it down loose just so I could move it around if I needed to. AOS obviously doing the coolant lines there on the bottom. Now you just kind of dry fit your bracket, find out where you want it. Go ahead and bolt it up. Then I actually had to install the second bolt with a just a standard wrench because I couldn't get a socket in there. Pumping out a little bit of coolant. Again, just trying to minimize coolant loss. So that's that top hose on the reservoir. And that goes down to the top side of the turbo. So that's one of the coolant hoses from the IAG AOS. I cut it to fit, slid that on. And then this one, I wanted to make sure everything was prepped first. So I was trying to be as quick as possible because you'll still lose a little bit of coolant, but it's just a lot easier if you can make it as quick as possible. So that's the new line and adapter that comes off of the Y fitting that they gave us. I kind of had to do like a little 90-degree. I probably would have done it different if I did it again, but it is what it is. And that should go on the bottom port, there on the AOS. And there's a lot of stuff right there when you're trying to put the intercooler back on when it's all said and done. That's the PCV hose. I actually had to pull that off the line. So I'd recommend installing the hose on the AOS first and then running it down to the PCV there under the throttle body. And then that's off the smaller port off the Y fitting. And now that's gonna be our oil return. So that's basically taking the leftover oil in the AOS can and draining it back down into the crank. That's running the line over to the obviously driver side head there. It's the smaller port on the front side of the valve cover. Really hard to get to. Pull out the battery, don't be dumb like me. Cutting that to length and then just slip it in. Yep. And then same with the passenger side. You just run the line down there, route it, and then it goes in the fitting just above that. Dang, nice cut, dude. I had some extra heat shielding, so I just decided to kind of cover all those. So that's the front turbo inlet port. That's basically the one that connects to the crossover pipe that we took off first. And then that's going to be your bottom, rear, closest to the turbo on the turbo inlet vacuum line. And that's going to go to the second port there. That's just providing a vacuum source. Go ahead and tighten. Now you're done. Tighten everything up. Make sure you're happy with everything. All right guys, it's done, it's installed, it's finished. And honestly, it wasn't too bad. Now I always struggle with air oil separators. One, because my OCD, and two, there's just not a whole lot of room to work with. But with that said, the smaller package, the revised coolant lines certainly did make for an easier install, and I think for a cleaner install as well. This old girl here is certainly going to benefit from this, and it's something that we've been wanting to do for this car for a long time, and so I'm excited that we got to install the latest and greatest V3 from IAG. And if you guys are interested in it, make sure to check the link down below. We'll have the full lineup there in either red or black. So if you guys don't have an air oil separator, or maybe you're looking to upgrade, definitely check it out. Anyway, give me a thumbs up if you like the video. Comment down below, let me know what you guys think. And as always, see you guys on the next one.